Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last underdog gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last underdog gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last underdog gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last underdog gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last underdog gotta tell the ground.
What up, how's it going? My name is Matt Sweets Jorgensen. I'm the president and founder of Sweets Kendamas. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was born and raised in North Branch, Minnesota, and I've been playing kendama for 7 years. So the first time I ever saw a kendama, I was watching a ski movie with my cousin Shane Schultz. I was over at his crib and we were watching a movie called Ski Porn, and it's a really famous video, like J.P. O'Clair and some people are in it playing dama, and it's very, very insane. In their edit, essentially their ski edit, they posted clips of them playing the dama, and I was like, man, that is insane. What is that? I want to jam that toy. I juggled and yo-yoed and done lots of crazy stuff my whole life, but I was like, never seen that one, so I got to get my hands on it. My cousin somehow or another had one in his basement, and so he went and rummaged, found it in his basement, brought it out, and I jammed it and I loved it, and I couldn't stop thinking about playing that toy after that day. And so I went back to my cousin's house just to play the kendama a few more times before I bought my own officially off the internet from eBay. And some guy in Japan sold me a few of them, and that's kind of where Sweets Kendamas all started, because my friends started buying them from me, and from there I got the idea to start the company. I always get asked where my nickname Sweets comes from. It's kind of obvious, very unique nickname, that's for sure. My homie, first week of college, he was in my dorm room, I was showing him around, and then I was doing something, and he went onto my computer, and he started messaging with my ex-girlfriend. He was like, hey, how's it going? And she was like, oh, hey, Sweets. And she never called me that our whole relationship, like not once. But that dude thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard in his life. His name is Brady Evenson. He is my homie to life, but he gave me that nickname, and as a joke, he was like, I'm gonna call you Sweets all night, haha. And I was like, not cool. But then we went to a fraternity party that night. He introduced me to all these frat dudes as Sweets. I ended up having a really great time, and I ended up joining the fraternity a week later. So everyone in this fraternity knew me as Sweets. Friends of friends started knowing me as Sweets, and before you knew it, I was running for president of Delta Chi as Sweets Jorgensen. So there it is, the story of Sweets. There are a lot of other things I like to do aside from playing kendama all the time. One of them is rock climbing. I really enjoy doing indoor rock climbing, whether it's bouldering, lead climbing, top roping. Me and Uptown Joe get it at the gym, so it's really fun doing that. I really love rock climbing.
I wanna know how it feels. Everybody wanna see what it's like. But baby, wanna be a queen. Well, alright, we all deserve to find the things in this life.
I also really like to disc golf. Disc golf has been a passion of mine for over 10 years. It requires a lot of hand-eye coordination, and obviously that's something I'm all about. So we always get out and play as much as we can, that's for sure.
Now I'm putting on a big wheel.
don't know how many pro models I'm gonna have after this one, so I wanted to make sure that I did an ode to the beginning of Sweets Kendamas and where it all came from. Green and purple are the first colors that we ever used for Sweets Kendamas for branding. When we first started, we thought those were poppin' colors and that was gonna be us from here on out. We all know that changed eventually and we went black and green with it, but for a very short time we had purple and green. For the seal, we wanted to do something really unique so that each player got to express themselves in a way that really stood out. I chose to go with checkerboard. Checkerboard is something that has been part of my life since I was a very young kid. Rocked checkerboard bands when I was like 3 years old. When I was in high school, I was super into ska music, super into playing the drums, and like checkerboards just represented that to me. So I had everything checkerboard. Favorite music, people had checkerboard everything, and so I wanted to throw it back, just like I'm throwing back the Tama, throwing it back to where I came from and what is a huge part of me, which is music and punk rock music for that matter. And so that's why I chose the checkerboards. Shout out NoFX, shout out Distillers, shout out Tsunami Bomb. So we chose to do 5 lines instead of a signature this year. Each year for pro models we put a signature on it, and I felt that we needed to do something different that meant a little more to us. So the 5 lines represents the unified pro team as it is, with the 5 players on it. Kendama has taken me to places that I never thought I would go, and it's allowed me to meet people that I never thought I would meet my whole life, and I couldn't be more happy to share a pro team with the 4 other dudes that are on the team with me. I'd like to just personally thank every person out there who's ever supported Sweets Kendamas, whether it's buying a kendama or liking a picture on Instagram. Really, without you, none of this happens, so thanks so much to all our fans. I'm Matt Sweets Jorgensen, and I'm a Sweets Pro.